we do. Bring love to you. Happy Hanukkah. I wanna give a gift to you. Light up the night, my love shine through. From Mount Zion, this is what we do. Bring love to you. Today is the day, tonight is the night. Sunset, twilight, head back, come along, take flight. I and twinkle and a sprinkle and a shooting in the sky. I'm shining, feeling alright.
Hello, hello. Hi. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Happy Hanukkah. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Happy Hanukkah. Wonderful to have you with us, whether you're here in the sanctuary or out there on Facebook or YouTube. It's terrific to celebrate this Hanukkah and Shabbat together. We are going to start with a song, and then we are going to light our Hanukkiyot. So there'll be a little pause as people in the sanctuary come up to light their Hanukkahs, and you at home can do the same. And then we'll join in our blessing. We'll actually do the blessing, and then everybody will come up and light as we bless the Hanukkah lights. So, start with a song.
Now you can feel free to clap, sing along, do what you want to do. Here we go. Oh, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, give you a treat. Ladles to play with, latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One more time, everybody. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with, latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago.
So I'm going to light the shamash here on the big Chanukiah, and then we're going to sing the Hanukkah blessings together, and then I'm going to invite those in the sanctuary to come up and light your Hanukkah. If you're at home and you have your Hanukkah, you can light your shamash now if you want, and then after we do all the blessings, you'll light your Hanukkah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'adlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim hahem.
invite you guys up to light your Chanukiah. Don't crowd around the table. If you need to wait for somebody to finish, that's fine, and then you can come on up. And we'll sing while we light candles.
Una candelica, dos candelicas, tres candelicas, cuatro candelicas, cinco candelicas, seis candelicas, siete candelicas, ocho candelas para mí. Hanukkah linda está aquí, ocho candelas para mí. Hanukkah linda está aquí, ocho candelas para mí. Oh, everybody here and everybody at home, join me and say, oh, una candelica, dos candelicas, tres candelicas, cuatro candelicas, cinco candelicas, seis candelicas, siete candelicas, ocho candelas para mí. Muchas fiestas vou fazer, com alegria e placer. Muchas fiestas vou fazer, gonna go to a lot of parties, com alegria e placer. Oh, if you're just coming in and you have Chanukiot, you can bring them up here and light them right by me. Una candelica, dos candelicas, tres candelicas, cuatro candelicas, cinco candelicas, seis candelicas, siete candelicas, ocho candelas para mí. Ooh, my favorite verse. Los pastelicos vou comer. Gonna eat a lot of pastries. Con almendricas y la miel, with almonds and honey. Los pastelicos vou comer, con almendricas y la miel. Everybody here and everybody anywhere who is with the sound of my voice, come together in one big, loud, oh. Una candelica, dos candelicas, tres candelicas, cuatro candelicas, cinco candelicas, seis candelicas, siete candelicas, ocho candelas para mí. So we're going to dim the lights a little bit so we can see the beauty of our nerot, our Hanukkah lights. Isn't that pretty? And we also are celebrating Shabbat, not just Hanukkah, so we do a little Shabbat warm-up. I'm sure many of you know the way to participate in this. Bim, bam, bim, bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, ya bim, bim, bam, bim, bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, ya bim bam bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam.
Invite you to rise, to stand as we kindle our Shabbat lights. We make 3 circles, 1 circle for ourselves and 1 circle for our family, 1 circle for all the people in the world. We join in our blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav V'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
You can be seated. Continue welcoming Shabbat with Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi, Shabbat Shalom u'Mevorach. We wish each other a Shabbat of peace and blessing.
Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nikabla, Nikabla. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nikabla, Nikabla.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom u'Mevorach. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom u'Mevorach. Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nikabla, Nikabla. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nikabla, Nikabla. We rise for our call to prayer. Baruch Hu.
Lai la 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 la. Lai la 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 la. Lai la 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 la. Lai la 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 la. Lai la 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 la. Lai la 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 la. Lai la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach, Hamevorach leolam va'ed. Hamevorach, Hamevorach leolam va'ed.
We continue singing Shema Yisrael. There is only one God.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Join in singing. You can be seated. Join in singing our song of freedom, Mi Chamocha.
So on Chagim, on holidays, we often take the words of Mi Chamocha and we set them to a melody that is appropriate for the season. So this is a This is a Micha Mocha to the melody of Ma'oz Tzur, one of the hymns of the Hanukkah season. Micha Mocha Ba'elim Adonai, Micha Mocha Nedar B'Kodesh, Norah Tehilot, Osef Eleh, Norah Tehilot, Osef Eleh, Norah Tehilot, Osef Yabam ba bim bim bai, yabam ba bim bai, yabam ba bim bim bai, yabam ba bim bai, ay 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 ay, yabam ba bim bai, ay 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 ay, yabam ba bim bai. Ma'alechutecha ra'u v'necha, bokei ayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam. Seili anu ve'ameru Adonai imlo selam. Vayre yabam bim bim bai, yabam bim bai, yabam bim bai, yabam bim bai, ay 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 ay, yabam bim bai, ay 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 ay. Yababai,
Yababai.
Your turn on the yababais. Yababai,
Yababai.
yai bye bye,
Yai bye bye. Yai bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. So we're going to, before I share a story, we're going to take the Torah out of the ark. So I'm going to ask everybody who's able to do so to please rise.
Eitz Chaim hi lemachazikim ba v'tomchecha meushar. Eitz Chaim hi lemachazikim ba v'tomchecha meushar.
Shalom.
Shalom, 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 shalom. It is a tree of life to those who hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to those who hold fast to it, all who embrace it are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom.
Everyone can sit. One night, I was lying in my bed during Hanukkah and had a little table next to my bed, and I was lying next to my bed and I was spinning a dreidel. I always wanted to be the best dreidel spinner around. I never was, but I always wanted to be. And I spun the dreidel and spun the dreidel and spun the dreidel. And the next thing I knew, it was spinning faster than I had ever seen a dreidel spin before. And I couldn't even get it to stop. When I'd reach for the dreidel, it would move away. And I'd reach for it again, it would move away in another direction. The dreidel just couldn't seem to be caught. So I watched it, and the dreidel, and the dreidel seemed to be moving around my room, and I was looking at it as it was flying around in my room. It had like taken off from the table and was moving all over, and I was looking up, and then all of a sudden I didn't see it anywhere. And I was looking to the right, looking to the left, looking up, looking down, looking under myself. Where'd the dreidel go? Then the next thing I knew, boom, boom, boom. The dreidel was everywhere. It was going all around the room. I couldn't figure out what had happened. And then the next thing I knew, somehow my ceiling just looked like the sky. And I could see all the stars up above me. And the dreidel was zooming around the room, zoom, 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 and then zoom. It went up into the sky, and it went up, and I could see it spinning, and then it just started twinkling and became one of the stars up in the sky. And then I woke up, and I realized that it had been a dream, and that the dreidel that I had been spinning before I fell asleep was still on my night table right next to the bed. But in my mind, when I looked up at the sky and I went outside, and of course it gets so dark so early during Hanukkah time, right? The days are so short. When I looked up at the sky, in my head now I could always see my dreidel spinning up there in the sky. And it always made me happy. And even today, I'm not that great a dreidel spinner. But my sky dreidel, it spins really, really, really well. And so, when you spin your dreidels at home during Hanukkah, maybe one of the things that we can do to keep that spirit of Hanukkah and light and joy with us is when we look up and see the light of the stars at night, even after Hanukkah is long over. We can remember both the light that comes from those stars that reminds us of the lights that we light during Hanukkah. And maybe if you look carefully enough, you might see my dreidel up there, spinning in the stars above. Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and happy Hanukkah.
I am so mixed up that I left my mask on. I cannot tell you, I'm sitting in this blender, it's turning brown. I made friends with the onions and the flour, and the cook is scouting out oil in the town. I sit here wondering what become of me. Can I be eaten looking as I do? I need someone to take me out and cook me, or else I'll really end up in a royal stew. Anybody know what I am? What? I am a latke, I'm a latke, and I'm waiting for Hanukkah to come. I'm a latke, I am a latke, and I'm waiting for Hanukkah to come. Every holiday has foods that are so special. I'd like to have that same attention too. I do not want to spend my whole life in a blender, would you? Wondering what it is that I'm supposed to do. Matzah and charoset are for Pesach. Challah and chopped liver are Shabbat. There are vegetarian options. Don't criticize unless you've tried it. Blintzes on that very famous dairy holiday that the Jewish people have celebrated since the founding of our people when we received those big stone things on Mount Sinai. Shavuot. They're delicious. And gefilte fish, raise your hand if you would rather do without. I like it, so I ain't gonna raise my hand. But I'm a Latka, I am a Latka, and I'm waiting for Hanukkah to come. I'm a Latka, and I'm waiting for Hanukkah to come. Well, it's important that we have an understanding of what it is that we're supposed to do. You see, there are so many who are homeless, with no jobs, no clothes, very little food. So it is so important that we all remember that while most of us have all the things we need, we must remember those who have so little. We must help them. We must be the ones to feed. 'Cause we're all Latkas, we are all Latkas, and we're waiting for Hanukkah to come. We're all Latkas, and we are waiting for Hanukkah to come. I am a Latka, and I'm waiting for Hanukkah to come. I'm a Latka, I am a Latka, and I am waiting for Hanukkah to come. Happy Hanukkah. I heard mention of something that we do on Hanukkah that involves spinning. Anybody? Dreidel, that's it. I had a little dreidel, I made it out of clay. When it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, dreidel I shall play. It has a lovely body with legs so short and thin. And when it gets all tired, it drops and then I win. Oh, dreidel, 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 made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel I shall play. My dreidel's always playful, loves to dance and spin. A happy game of dreidel. Come on now, let's begin. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. When it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel I shall play. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. When it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel I shall play.
If you can gather, most of you are, because you're sitting in your clusters, but gather with those who you're here with as we join with our family blessing.
Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you with good and keep you safe.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God be with you and be kind to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'yasem lecha shalom shalom.
May you always know that God is close, and may God give you the gift of peace.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom and Happy Hanukkah, everybody. We're going to have a little Hanukkah treat. think that's set up right outside the door, if I'm correct. So you can go and schmooze with each other and have your sufganiyot, your donuts. And there's some challah there too. Judy or Dan, can you just get me a piece of challah there and we'll bless it before we go out? They were right there. And then we'll bless our challah, and then we'll send you guys out. And then make sure before you leave that you come and get your Chanukiah. Don't leave it here. That's happened far too many times that people go home and they don't have their Chanukiah. You need it for the rest of Hanukkah. It may require you. Thank you.
Thank you.
It may require you to put it out prematurely in order to take it home, but we have another service at 7:30. If you're staying for the 7:30 service, you can leave the Chanukiah burning. That's perfectly fine. So, all right.
Amotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in happy chorus as our prayer is humbly said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. You can do whichever you want. If you want to get your snacks and stuff and then just have somebody come back in and get your Chanukiah, you can do that. Or you can get your Chanukiah first and go out and get your snacks, whichever you prefer. Shabbat shalom to everybody out in Facebook land, too.
Shabbat shalom. We'll be back at 7:20.